You can say stuff too, you know.
All's well that is the Well of Ascension.
No.
So this is our video for part 1 of the Well of Ascension, and starting a year after the events of Mistborn, the Fallen Empire. And so, yeah. What do you think about what's going on in this book so far?
Well, for the first part, there were some things happening, but I don't really feel like I have a lot to say. I mean, we open up with an army on the outskirts of Luthadel.
Yes.
And this army is the army of Elend's father.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Straff Venture. Mm-hmm. Which you kind of alluded to something in one of our previous episodes, I think. I think you said something about, you had asked me about maybe my thoughts on if the noblemen tried to come back or whatever. I don't know. I feel like we discussed it, but if we didn't, well, they came back. At least one of them did. Mm-hmm. So, but they're coming back because they think there's this stockpile of adium. But
which they have yet to find, if there is one.
Nobody has found it. And apparently the crew has just ran out of their last little bit because Vin has now been promoted to, like, not only significant other, but, like, bodyguard.
Yes, for the king.
Yeah, for King Elend. And...
well, it's also, for Straff's, point of view, mm-hmm. The stockpile is nice, but also just taking the capital of the nation would be, like... right, sit on the
throne. Yeah. It would, lock in the name Venture.
Even though technically he already is with his son.
Yeah, but...
but that don't sit well with him.
He doesn't care for his son.
Never has.
I mean, he freaking threatened to take him out.
Threatened?
Well, he did. Well, he threatened, kind of. He was like, I'd rather see you dead.
I feel like he went further
But then
than that.
he actually went through with it, in the first book.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I don't know that Elend knows that the hit on his life was via his father.
Nah, it doesn't really matter if he knows or not.
I know.
He has feelings about his father already.
Yeah, but he's going to try and go talk to him, king to lord, to see if they can work something out. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen.
Right.
And he's been having to draft all these documents to convince the assembly.
Not to just hand over to town.
Yeah, because everyone knows it ain't going to happen. Straff is not going to be willing to negotiate.
There's a lack of faith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, nobody's keeping the faith.
Right.
So...
and then, other than that, Vin took out that group of assassins that were Allomancers.
Yep.
And that's when the last of their adium got burnt.
Yep.
And that also cost the Kandra his body. The one he was using.
Right. Kandra was...
I can't remember how to pronounce his name.
Well, he was Lord Renault.
Yes. And
then he ate Kelsier.
Mm-hmm.
And then he shed Kelsier, and I don't know what he... It
was a...
he's like almost like a mist wraith?
No. Well, he's like a...
what is he when he's not consumed something? What does he look like?
That'll get covered later.
So we don't know. I thought it said something they were almost like mist wraiths.
Kinda. But, like, what they are without the bones and all that is kinda a thing later.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, but that's easy. She resolves that manner. But first, before we get there, she's getting attacked by these Allomancers.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to that, she's apparently been having some duels in the evening with a character by the name of the Watcher.
Not necessarily duels, it sounds like.
Chases.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's something.
Mm-hmm.
As usual, all over the place. Not very well prepared. My apologies. So we got that going on. Then you have another plot happening over here with Sazed. Apparently,
He was trying to teach the ska.
Yeah, after everything was said and done with the Lord Ruler, he left and he went out to try and educate the ska.
And they're just like...
They're just like, when's the Lord Ruler coming back? We don't really care about all this religion crap that you're trying to put on us.
Mm-hmm. Even though he is trying to give them, like, useful knowledge.
But he has also gone out to this village of ska. Not, you know, he's trying to educate them, but while he's out there, things are happening. Mm-hmm. The mists, which apparently have only been coming out at night. I guess I realized it without realizing it, but now they're coming out during the day, and they're like doing things.
It's attacking people.
Yeah, so I'm thinking the mists are going to be like their own character. They're going to be a character.
The mist is...
It's a character. Yeah, it's going to be a thing.
In Mistborn.
Because, you know, they worked with Vin when she was confronting the Lord Rulers.
Well, that one time.
The one time. But now they're kind of like taking out the ska. So, something going to happen there. I'm giving you some what I think might happen. There's going to be more of the mist. They are going to play a role. They are a plot.
And then remember, Vin did, like, sense something in the mist burning, you know, with her copper. Or, no. The one that's...
Bronze?
Yeah.
That's the one that can... It's just the pulsating.
And she sensed something in the mist, and it was, like, forming.
Yeah. So, there's something there. Shazed has had some success, not really, in educating them, but it's interrupted because Marsh comes back. Marsh the Inquisitor.
Kelsier's brother.
He comes back and says, you're needed in Luthadel. These are just peons. They'll be fine.
And it seems like time has kind of changed him a little bit.
Yeah, he's a little more...
Harsh.
Marsh. There you go. So, yeah, he's a little more, let's get straight to the point.
But he does tell them that, you know, you're going to be needed in Luthadel.
Right. So that's where we end with them. They're heading to Luthadel.
No, they're heading to...
Well, they're heading to the headquarters of... What is it called?
I don't
know. It's something, but he thinks there might still be Inquisitors there.
Well, they're going there for information, basically.
Right.
That might not be openly known.
Right.
Which is a good idea.
Yep.
Especially with a, you know... Saz, I can't remember what they call it. Keeper. There you go.
Yeah, keeper. Okay. We're really terrible at this.
Yeah, it's been a couple days since I finished that part.
I'm just saying overall.
Yeah.
Plus, like I said, there was stuff happening, but I don't think there was really anything that super grabbed my attention. I mean,
it's a lot of setup.
She's got this new metal that she's acquired. It's called Dura-Aluminum, or Duraluminum, I don't know. It's like, you know, 2 words put together.
I enjoy that metal.
Yeah, so, and apparently with this one, you get whatever you're burning, you get it full throttle and then some, but only for like a second, and then it's gone.
Yeah, the metal that you're burning, other than that one is gone.
So it's like...
Basically a bomb.
Supersonic. Yeah. And so we've learned that metal, which apparently it's like the 14th metal. So that means there's more than what we originally thought. So now I'm beginning to think there's just probably an infinite number of metals. It's just going to keep growing.
It's not infinite.
Well, no, but I mean, there's going to be more than 14, I'm sure.
Maybe.
Just put it at 20. Be a nice round number. So, but anyway, so she's got that new metal. Still haven't found the adium, as we said earlier.
And then the most major part of this part would be Breeze coercing the other army to come in.
Breeze is back, no cup of wine yet. But he is back because he coerced Set's army to come along and Set is the one who actually sent the assassins that she encountered earlier and caused Orsur, I don't know if that's how you say it, the Kandra, he lost his body, but now he has a new body. So let me say something, okay? First of all, the Ska thinks she is like the new chosen one. Because as she's walking through the village, which apparently now there's more of an economy and merchants are more available to not just noblemen.
So the Ska and the nobility are kind of starting to blend.
Right. Because
you still got extremes, but the middle's getting more.
Because the Lind kind of wants things to be more equal, but
nothing can ever truly be equal.
Right. So as she's strolling through the streets, she gets this following. A crowd amasses, and they're all, "Oh, heir of the survivor, touch my baby, kiss my hand," and she's just like, "Back the off! I am not this person you think I am."
With her history, she's not good with crowds anyway. So.
Right, but she's also not like, this was not the plan. You know what I mean? Anyways, so yeah, she's apparently moved up in status with the Ska.
And I feel like after that part, you kind of have like a mixed feeling.
I do have a mixed feeling because she's en route to get a new body for Orsur, because apparently he has this contract with her, so he has to work with her whether he wants to or not, because Kelsier had the contract and it got transferred to her. Mm-hmm. But he can't kill people. So when he needs a new body, whoever the owner of the contract is has to provide the body. Mm-hmm. Well, she's not going to just kill some random person. So she's come up with the idea that I need to find something that's not a person. So she's strolling through the street, but I don't know this at this point when she's strolling through the street, what her intentions are. And she goes to this little shop. It's a pet shop. And she's like, "I want a dog." And I'm like, she's gonna get a puppy companion to run through the night with her. And I'm like, yeah. And so the shopkeeper brings out like this really cute puppy, and it's all, and she's like, "Oh no, it's too cute." So then she passes up the shopkeeper because he was just like...
He kept giving her cute stuff.
Cute stuff, yeah, because she's a girl. So she barrels past him and goes to the back, and she's like, "I want that one." And he's like the meanest, gnarliest looking wolfhound ever. And the shopkeeper's like, "What? No, that is not appropriate." And then she just walks in and just like... She just says, "This is going to be mine. I'm taking him." So she burns her pewter and she punches it in the face. And I'm just like, oh, even though he's mean and gnarly, he's still a pup. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so she takes him. And then Orsur devours him. So I was right in that she does have a puppy companion to run through the night with, but it's not how I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But I picture Orsur. You know how I always picture things. When I read about him, the dog that I picture is Red 13 from Final Fantasy VII.
Note, not even a dog. But
he looks like a dog.
I'll give you that, but...
He's a dog in my mind, and that's how I picture the dog in this book. Mm. So, anyway, so now Orsur is a dog, and he's helpful in that he can store her metals for her in his fur and her skin. Yep. He's fast.
Yeah, he actually kept up with her.
Yep.
That was impressive.
So, they don't really care for each other because she's hung up on the fact that he ate Kelsier. Even though that was the plan, Kelsier made this plan. She's still not...
But she's always kind of felt a little off with the Kandra.
Right. Well, and he's also very... It's a contract. I'm here to fulfill my contract and nothing more. I hope, though, that they do end up having a friendship. Because I picture him as a dog, so...
Well, the Kandra becomes one of my favorite characters.
Okay.
I can say that.
This Kandra or Kandra overall?
That Kandra.
Okay. Because apparently there's another Kandra lurking about. Because some bones have been found that were not related to Osur's consumption. This was like a whole nother consumption by a whole nother Kandra. So either a staff member, maidservant, has been consumed, or there's some crew members
that are questionable. Also, one of my favorite little things in this particular, story. I like the
mystery. Yeah, it's a mystery. So it's fantasy and mystery.
And I like the way he executes it, which you'll find out later.
Yeah. So now, of course, I'm thinking, who could it be now? Anyways, sorry. So I'm like, because it all happens when, like, Breeze comes back.
Well, Breeze hasn't been there.
Right, but so here's how I'm thinking. It either has to be someone who came in prior to the gates getting locked down and has been here for quite some time and then consumed somebody, or it has to be someone who left and came back. But it would be someone because it seems like the gates are kind of on lockdown right now.
Well, there's an army.
Right, exactly. So it would have to have been somebody who went out prior to the gates getting on lockdown and then has come back, but it's like someone like Ham or Dachshund or Spook or any of them. Because they've all been out doing things.
And that's the beauty of how he pulled this off.
I mean, the only person it can't be is Vin, because obviously Vin knows herself.
And you're in her head anyway.
And you're in her head. I feel like it can't be a Lind.
Fair.
But everyone else goes off and, does things. It can't be a Lind, though, because if it's a Lind, then that would mean Vin has failed as a bodyguard. So...
Completely.
She could have, though. I mean, she's still young.
I think... I'm just gonna say when we get to that part, I think that reveal.
It's gonna
hit.
Anyways, I was not shocked, but I was surprised that the army was Straff's army.
I wouldn't.
I was at first, and then I was also shocked. I say shocked, but not shocked. I didn't see that the army was going to be his father's. I also didn't see that there was a 14th medal. So I was like, okay. But the big thing was the mysterious someone is an imposter.
Yeah.
What else has happened in this part?
You're still unsure about the blurbs.
Yes. So the blurbs, they talk about Alindi, who apparently is the person who was supposed to have been the hero of ages. And we all know that didn't happen because Rashek
and there's little...
didn't care for him.
On a reread, I'm seeing all these little, nuggets that are just, beautifully placed. Mm-hmm. That your first read you don't see. But this time I'm like, yep, and it's all...
coming together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know the blurbs. I have no thoughts as to who is talking there.
Well, it's the terroristman that named the guy the hero of ages.
Okay.
That later denounced him.
Rashek?
No. Because remember in the first blurbs, this guy said I'm the hero of ages and now he's my biggest detractor,
Oh. I thought that was Rashek.
No, Rashek was a pat guy that hated him.
Oh, okay. So there was okay. Alright. So we're learning a little about the hero. Still don't know if the well is an actual well.
Well then.
But yeah, nothing major other than the imposter roaming around. Lind was able to convince the assembly to not just hand over the lands.
At least temporarily.
Yeah.
And then we still need to find out more about the Watcher.
The Watcher.
Other than he's an enemy Mistborn who saved her life.
Is he an enemy though? Because he's been like causing issue as far as chase and hunt, whatever. It's a cat and mouse game. But he also stepped in and helped her because one of these people that was attacking her that she thought was just a mist-sting, which can only burn one, was actually a Mistborn, which can burn multiples.
That she thought she had already taken care of.
Right. So maybe he's not really.
Or he's an enemy that likes to play with his food.
Maybe. Oh. Well, no. That can't be.
But she does, like, respect him because she could barely keep up with him when he was
right, but she found him by piercing his copper.
I was just talking about the actual chase.
Oh, yeah.
Like, trying to keep up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a thought, but then I was like, no, because there's no other Mistborn that I know of, like, in the crew.
Oh, in the crew itself?
Yeah, because I was going to say, what if it was like, I don't know, whatever. I'm probably going off on some weird tangent, yeah. Like, I was going to try and link it to the Kandra somehow, but I can't figure out how that would work, so it must not be. Anyways.
Well, I think that's about all for part one.
Yeah, it was building, setting the scene.
I still love the new metal. I feel like if it was a video game, I'd abuse it.
Yeah. I don't know though, because you're done. So you'd have to make sure you have a stockpile. Which she did. Or Sir brought her belt, which had more metal, so she was able to throw back.
Well, that was when she still didn't know, and that was her first, like...
Mm-hmm. So, aluminum, on its own, wipes you out.
Yes.
This one gives you everything you're burning at supersonic speed, strength, sound, whatever, and then it's gone like that.
Like, no one was supposed to be able to get the breeze when he was riding a horse, but she got there because of that. Mm-hmm. I mean, she downed, like, what, 2 or 3 vials of metals.
Yeah.
In that thing, but impressive.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I have no thoughts as to where I think it's going. I just think that the mists are going to be a plot or somehow play into it. Yeah, I don't really have any idea.
He's still planting the field right now.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
So...
Well, we will come back with our part 2 video in a week.
Yep, we'll drop it in a week. And yeah, if you guys think of anything we didn't cover or you want to continue, comment section, just no spoilers. And with that, we are done with part 1 of the Well of Ascension.
Yep.
We'll see you next week.
See ya.